assault.
Brazilian authorities have requested.
Oh, that's an interesting map.
So that's where we're going.
It is a small one, which pretty much sucks if you are going, if we are encountering a lot of pods at the beginning. But it is also a map where we do have the option to play around the roof quite significantly. I really like it, to be honest. So let's start by directly going onto the roof. Hopefully no pod is there. Good job, good job. Okay, so that's already a really good position.
Got it.
Heading to that location.
Okay, here we go. So we are abusing the mechanics of the game now a little bit. As long as you're staying on the roof, they will seldom join you. Plus, you can block the entrances to the roof, and we will get pod after pod. Take advantage of our aiming bonus on the roof, and as long as we are 2 tiles away, we shouldn't see anything, because you see, this is the vision range where she starts slowly to see something. There are 2 entrances to the roof, like one on this side, and there's the second one, and the third one is at our start, but they won't go there. I'm still trying to go for the melt, to be quite honest.
I'm rolling.
And I think I've just spotted the second melt canister to be here. Okay, so if we are lucky, we can even secure both of the melt canisters.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Let's do this.
Good. So we do have one here and another one here. Before we now thick-headedly jump down and kind of try to recover them, let's first of all get into position. There is a high chance of having at least one pod here, if not a second one here. And there's still 3 more rounds on this one. It's far. So let's take a peek and then react accordingly.
I'm rolling. That's what we're looking for.
That's good news. That's good news. The heavy himself should be positioned here at the corner to have the maximum flexibility with his rockets, and then we'll have a couple of candidates who could run for the melt. We are not going to block the entrance. I'm also not going to trigger any more pods. So we are just standing here. We'll get one of the melt canisters in minimum, maybe even 2, but it is more important to survive. So that's always like my approach. First of all, you should survive, and then you should consider whether or not you want to have melt. Now, the movement, which came from here, is a little bit misleading. What it basically tells us is they are either in the kitchen or they are just in the sitting corner, kind of chilling and waiting to be triggered. Let's start by getting this melt canister first. I think I'll already trigger a pod, and then let's see how we want to proceed afterwards. Ooh, that is rare. That indeed is rare. Before we do any stupid double moves, let's
Aye, Commander.
single move. We don't get it this turn anyways. See how I played around the vision range here. I didn't want to move up to here, so there could be a theoretical pot here. Seems to be okay because she can move in all of the tiles, so there seems to be no one. But there was the chance. There was the chance. Good. It's basically moving up, and then we are just finishing the turn. After we got the second melt, we can take it slow and steady. I'm wondering, like 12 aliens, they need to be somewhere. Good.
Headed there now. Got it.
So much for the melt canister. We'll move back up. And now just Overwatch. There is no need to hurry. Next we will check the backside of this map. But first let's get everyone onto the roof. So our next idea is we are going to clean up all of these tiles and even the drive-in. If everything is clear, we know that they need to be inside of the house.
Yes, Commander.
Good.
What's making that noise?
So it is quite certain that they are here. Around that area. Let's take a peek.
Aye, Commander. Enemy troops.
There's the first pot. And they think a car is a good cover. Well, so here's the consideration. 1 rocket for 3 sectoids usually is a good deal. And I think I'll start off with this. The car immediately is going to explode, dealing 6 damage. So 3 for 1 is a trade that is good. Of course, you can always go quadra kill, pentakill, sextakill, hexakill, whatever. But it's okay. He received his promotion as well. He still has a grenade, and it was a decent trade. Let's move on and see if we can activate another port on the other side. We will try to stay within the parameters of the house.
Will do.
Just to not trigger something by accident. Game keeps telling us the guys are in the kitchen. The game keeps telling us they are definitely in the kitchen. Good, let's still move up a little bit more. Try to not trigger them.
Got it.
Want to have the full flexibility of moving when we trigger them. Okay, finally we know that the second pod is here. I'm surprised, maybe 6 of them are inside the house. So the second pod is here. You can already see there's a sectoid. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So the 3 of them stand here. What we want to do is we want to give them a little bit of a greeting and welcome.
Eat this.
9 damage for a grenade. 2 packs even. 15 damage for a grenade.
Enemies in sight.
Good. That was decent. No, let's be honest, that was, for a grenade, that was really good.
On the move. Eyes on target.
And there's the last pick. What the fuck? Now I am about to reconsider my statement about the rocket. I could have had a 9 sectoid kill with 1 rocket. That would have been awesome. So the reason for trying to do this is we will kill 2 sectoids at the burning core. It will directly explode, and we will damage 2 further sectoids.
Fastball special.
Right, so the car is now also burning. And this would be a grenade for 2 kills. Think I'll just do that.
Throwing grenade.
Alright, 2 down here. 2 down here. Which is 4. 4 down. Four down. 6 if I would hit with this grenade. Yeah, I'm probably going to do it.
Frag out.
So there are 3 more if I haven't missed something. They are mind melding, which is okay. 3 more down there.
Aye, aye, Commander.
So here's the first one. Decent shot. 1 more down there. And we have 3 guys to theoretically approach it. And he is right here. You can see I can't move on here. So he's right there. Again, when dropping down, he will be on Overwatch, but again, when dropping down, the first tile does not provoke the Overwatch. And instead, he's eating the bullets. So that was quite a good run. We killed all of the sectoids pretty smooth, and our rookie is promoted.
Excellent work, Commander. I'm impressed you were able to.
Good. So we want to have additional tactical senses. We definitely want to have the sprinter ability. We have another support. Could have been a better selection, but okay. And we want to have bullet swarm, which is super nice. Good. Okay. Let's see. Panic decreased in Brazil by 3.
Remember, we
On the Situation Room, we do have 4 countries basically panicking the fuck out. But we have also 4 satellites, so that's okay. Europe is problematic because it's close to completely go into full retard mode. We definitely will need to take any of the new abduction missions there in the future. And let's look at our medals. We assign the power of course, having more defense when being in full cover. And we'd like to assign this to our heavy. And we certainly also want to assign it to our assault. The assault with the most shitty aim that I've ever seen, but she keeps doing kills. Okay, so Situation Room, we are having the satellites and the satellite uplink, and we are well on time. On the grey market, we have sufficient money from the sectoid corpses, which we certainly do not need. So let's see what else we could do. We could get Nano West. Thinking about a scope, to be honest, at least for the sniper. Medkits also could be nice. We will excavate, that's for sure, because we need to build power next. Power is at maximum. That's probably also our next investment. Yeah, that is going to be our next investment. But let's see if we could improve our situation with just one more item. A scope definitely would be a nice idea. Also for the heavy, to be quite honest. 2 shots with a +10 are good. The nanofiber vest, I like the idea. I also like the idea of having a medkit, so probably I'm going to go for 1 scope and 1 medkit here. Right, okay, so our heavy is going to get the scope for his bullet swarm ability, and I like her as a support better. I think he's corporal already, which means he has the sprinter trait and 6 hit points, but his aim sucks quite substantially. She has 5 hit points and has a much better aim. So I think I'll go with her and give her the medkit. Good. Indeed. Burns, the scope on the heavy definitely does it. Ambassador just asked, I wonder how do you keep up in UFO defense data when you're selling UF tech and all of the corpses that could be used for interceptor and buff items? So that's quite simple. The way we are going to approach this is, let's shortly look at the research tree. We are now going for beam weapons next, once the melt's done. And with beam weapons, the next upgrade after beam weapons is heavy lasers. And with heavy lasers, you could equip all of your fighters to in month number 3. And of course, the sectoid corpses or even the floater corpses for the avoidance are quite nice. But keep in mind, what you really want to have is a high offense, because the larger ships do not only deal a lot of damage. The main problem is really doing enough damage to the larger UFOs. And with a laser weapon, it is such a significant upgrade to the interceptors that you can shoot down the transport and cargo ships that are appearing in month number 3, even with only one equipped fighter. So you don't necessarily need to have the upgrades. After that, however, I am after heavy lasers. Even without going into sniper laser, I'll go for carapace armor, and I'll then also take all of the defensive perks, including investing more into researching the aliens. And it also depends a little bit on your situation in South America. If South America is fully yours, and if you launch 2 satellites there, it is always good to start the autopsies a little bit earlier, because you can instantly do this and have quite a significant jump in your science curve. But for the time being, that is super theoretical. If you stick with the weapon path, it is a safe way. The only thing that you need to ensure is that your guys are surviving the first missions, and that's even if you're experienced. That is on Impossible Ironman not a given. The last run, for instance, ended because one of the cyber discs just appeared in my SWAT and basically completely wiped it. So shit like this can happen. But if you're careful and playing it the way, or similar to the way that I'm currently doing it, your best defense is really a good offense. So that's the meld. We can now do a couple of things. Cybergenetic labs, the Mech Warden, which I like very much. And a couple of gene updates, which are okay. This one is good. We can use it at the beginning, because one of the things, or one of the disadvantages that we are currently having with our building pass is we are having such a low defense, and the mech naturally with its high hit points can take a couple of hits. With 9 scientists, we are already at 23 days. That's good. So let's go for beam weapons next, like I mentioned earlier. There will be one more abduction site, if I'm not mistaken. All of our SWAT is available. That's good. Here we go. Okay, so 3 engineers for 2 nanofiber vests. That is a very good deal. Nanofiber vests are 13 apiece, and 3 engineers for basically $26 or whatever it is. I'll do this. So 5 more. Here we go. So this is request from Brazil. These guys are really over us. They gave us the council mission, they wanted to have an abduction mission, and now they even want to have fucking fiber vests. Why the heck would you want to have fiber vests after I liberated your country? But anyways, as long as you are giving us engineers, I'm fine with whatever. Good. So that's interesting. We have a very nice 17 engineers ongoing. We will get a couple more engineers at the end of the month, and maybe we even reach the 20 engineers mark without building something else, or going for engineers in the next abduction mission. That gives us a little bit flexibility. I really like the event.
Commander,
was nice. Good. So satellites just are finished. Satellites again are just finished, and then in 2 days satellite. Usually one more abduction mission should happen.
Satellite uplink complete.
Anyway, since currently the next thing is the council report, it seems that we do not get any more mission. Of course, we had 2 abduction missions. That's the reason why we do have 4 countries in panic. Let's start with launching our satellites. So Canada receives 1. Here we receive 1 engineer. That's good. We are now going for Egypt. Also 1 engineer.
Satellite launched.
And then it is France. 1 scientist, I like it. And Germany. 2 scientists per month. And a big portion of money. Thanks, Germany. Good. So this is it. 0 countries lost in the first month. 0 casualties.